improvement have you seen from the beginning of spring offensively for you guys?
Yeah, I mean, that's the big word for the offense right now is improvement because, anytime you start with a new offense, obviously it's a little rocky. And our test for everybody on the offense was just how are we going to respond to whenever we make mistakes. And I know last year a big problem that I saw just as an older guy was we do some good things and then we do some bad things and it would spiral out of control. And we had some horrible instances last year where that cost us some games that shouldn't. And that's something that we kind of are holding right now this spring because I can tell guys kind of feel the urgency to improve on the mistakes. Coach Freeze has talked about it in our team meetings, just when a mistake is made, like you're going to learn, you're going to improve, and then you're going to re-enter the same field, and you're going to have to make new mistakes and doing all those things. So it's been incredible to watch how we bounce back from the defense winning a period or winning a day or all that. There's always competition. So, but I've been really, really just blown away with how our offense has responded, and it's been just trending uphill every day. And if we hit a bump in the road, we immediately just get back into it and try to improve from there.
How different does it feel from the inside when you have head coach, offense coordinator, the guys that have worked together and know the same system? Does it feel different when they're talking as opposed to maybe last year where you got guys that are trying to learn different things?
Yeah, that's something that's just been really refreshing for me this year is just everybody's on the same accord, that nobody's really off kilter in terms of just offensive scheme, the way we're coaching it, technique, and energy in particular. I mean, we've got guys on the offensive side that are just full with energy. I mean, Coach Nix, the energy he brings, Coach Freeze obviously being involved in the offense, that's something that we love. And yeah, everybody seems very cohesive right now, which is good for us because it makes our life a little bit easier, especially when you're learning a new offense from scratch.
How much do you think it helps a guy like Peyton to have the influx of talent he's got now at wide receiver, especially on the outside to stretch things out a bit?
Oh man, it's incredible for a quarterback. I mean, it's really good for all of us because when we've got guys to make plays downfield, we have less guys in the box. So I bet O-line likes it too because they don't have to run inside zone against an 8-man box every day. So it's been great. I think his decision making has been really just refined this year. And I think it's very clear for him. And he looks really confident playing right now. And obviously that helps whenever you have guys who you can, if you've got a one-on-one, you throw it up and they'll go get it, which we've got some guys that you guys have already seen can do that. And it's really impressive.
Luke, from your perspective, just from the spring, how's Rico done? Just kind of being the new guy in that room and adjusting to everything.
Yeah, my advice to Rico every day is just it's going to be overwhelming, but don't let it overwhelm you, which sounds kind of weird, but we've all been young guys in a program at some point. I told him, I said, it took me 3 to 4 years to finally realize that if you make a mistake, it doesn't have to affect your whole drive or your whole practice. So I've been just trying to help him with that, and I know the coaches are too. They're on him hard, and I've been really impressed with how he's responded. I mean, he's been learning this offense from scratch just like all of us, but he doesn't have the experience that we have. So it's impressive for him to be able to do that. And he's slowly but surely getting more comfortable. He's a really good player, and he fits in with our room really well. So I'm proud of him right now.
How would you kind of describe him as a tight end? There's a lot of different skill sets in y'all's room. What does he bring to the table?
Yeah, I mean, he's a very balanced guy. I mean, he can run really good routes. He really enjoys pulling around on counter. You can tell he's very comfortable with that. Some of the footwork things he's going to have to get better at, and that's what he's working at right now. So he knows what he needs to work on, but right now he's a really good, balanced tight end that will put his nose in there, but also can go out there and make some big plays for us.
Has Micah Riley had a pretty good spring?
Absolutely. He's had a great spring. The progression that Micah has shown has been one of the fastest I've seen. It's funny because Coach Ben and I both will sometimes make comments to Micah as if he's a 22, 21, in my case, 23-year-old. But he's 19. I mean, he's a young guy still, but he doesn't seem like it. He's got a vet mentality. He's very savvy. And he's always been physical and always been talented. So he's having a great spring. I'm really proud of him as well. And there's nothing more that you could ask out of Micah than what he's doing right now.
Possible that you and Rivaldo and Brandon will be, leaving after this season. Do you feel like the tight end's in good hands with Ricardo and Micah?
Absolutely, absolutely. And we've talked to Micah, especially because he's one of the older, younger guys, if that makes any sense. He's going to have to take the reins, and I think he's confident enough, smart enough, and good enough to do that. And I think they're going to be in really good hands whenever we leave. And Coach Ben knows what he's getting in there. I mean, he's got a deep tight end room, so now he kind of has the blueprint for how he wants to build his room, and building it off of Micah and Rico. I think it's in the right direction.
How different has Peyton been this spring, having a year here? I mean, he played a lot of football, but last year he didn't have a spring. He had a
Right.
How different has he been this spring? Have you seen him kind of take a deep breath and kind of
Exactly.
lead?
Yeah. He just looks a lot more comfortable. There's a calming presence around him, just a confidence. And all you guys know, we talk about it every year when it comes to a quarterback battle. Your quarterback has to be confident. It just is what it is. If he's not confident, he's not going to make the plays you want him to make. And he's been very confident. There's a different feel about him right now. He's pretty much taken charge, which is what you need to do, especially if you're competing for your job, which it's a competition every day in the SEC. So he definitely looks a lot more comfortable and calm in the pocket and just around the building too. He seems great right now.
Valdo came in and had a big year right off the bat. What do you think his potential is now that he's had kind of another year, full year in the system, ready to go?
Yeah, I mean, Valdo's he's a special talent. I mean, he can make some catches that'll make you kind of scratch your head a little bit. So he'll make some of the catches that not a lot of us can make, and that's just the honest truth of it. He's a special player. He's a special talent, and I think now that, like you said, he's got a year of SEC football under his belt. He understands how coverages in the SEC work, how physical people are, not just up front, but in the back end too. A lot of people will say that our defense in practice holds and pass interference and all that will lead the league, that's whatever all the guys on offense say, but that's how it is in the SEC. They let you play a lot of times. So now that he's kind of understood that and had a whole year to go through that, I see nothing but just a straight incline for him as well.
Good.
Appreciate it.
Thanks
All
a lot.
right.